Welcome back to my F125 driver promo. This is part number 35 today for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix of Season 3, round number 3. If you missed the previous episode at Suzuka, you can check that one out, but it was a painful race, but I think it was alright of a comeback after being on the grass on lap 1. Now, to R&D wise, I got 971 R&D points. Minor drag reduction is available. As well. At this point I discovered major rear downforce completely missing from the car. That needs to go on. Major weight redistribution, we're kind of okay on the Sashi, but that will be something that we'll also be looking at as well to try and improve this car straight line speed. Probably monocoque Sashi is probably going to help there better there. The one that I'm going to be more in it is there's a minor engine power, to be honest. That's not what I'm interested in. Major ERS, absolutely, yes. I'm gonna put this on, and then we're gonna do major rear. We're gonna do major downforce. Fortunately, I've got no option to rush, so that's gonna go on. But it should come out in time for next week's Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. So, fingers crossed on that front. But, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't brought an upgrade, but our rivals, Ferrari and McLaren, have. So that isn't the greatest thing. Aston Martin, Mercedes also brought an upgrade, as Haas, Racing Bulls and Audi, but I mean they're far behind. Yeah, a little bit worrying the fact that Ferrari and McLaren continue to able to upgrade. I don't want that gap to come too big on paper. Yes, I know what happens on paper doesn't actually happen on track, but I'm hoping we can get some more upgrades as soon as possible and level that gap. Reduce that gap to Ferrari and McLaren and challenge them for victories. That is the plan for this season. As we move to qualifying here, first up, Alex Albon. Just comes out of the pits at 5 miles an hour and then decides, I'm on a Sunday drive. Even though it's a Saturday qualifying before speeding up, doesn't get a penalty for that, by the way. Now, yeah. I think you can see what's going to happen. I think you know what's going to happen with qualifying. I'm going to qualify P19. This was my fastest lap. I'm not joking. As well, Alonso's just improved to go ahead. As well, that just leaves Lance Stroll behind, so that's not great. Just a tenth up, half a tenth, for this on my previous best time. I'm not good through sector 1 at all. I somehow gained time, but I feel I lost time. I'm not totally in control. This is where I want to have rear downforce at the front and rear downforce level. Plus, you need like 60% recognition to do anything after that, I believe, if I remember rightly. 10th of a bit up, that's not good enough. So this is going to be it's going to be 19. Already through this section, then a little bit wide there, not quite getting it done. Now I'm going to use a bit of an ERS. I'm saving my ERS though for the big long straight. I don't want to run out. I think when we got the major ERS upgrade, it means that I won't be running out. Basically, it'll just be that green bar. McLaren, get out of the way, thank you. As well, I've lost a little bit of time through that corner with the McLaren. Now using all of the ERS up to 215 miles an hour, which is about 3 miles an hour short. I think that everyone was doing 219, and this is bearing in mind the fact I've got lower wings in the AI2. Skip to the left, the shortest one out to the line, and that's P19. Yeah, sort of lost a couple of tenths there. Sainz is only P12, so yes, again, Leclerc, did he corner cut or something? I don't know, but who knows. Sainz is only P12, so there is some solace are not that far behind. And Stroll, I don't know what happened to him. Did he fly around or something? I don't know. Anyway, time for the race day, Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Right, good luck today, mate. We're all behind you. I know it's a tall order to move up from here, but if anyone can do it, we know you can.
You know, Mark's just saying that, right, so he doesn't get fired with me. If I don't have a big result, there is a chance that Red Bull decide, you know what, we're getting rid of you. Or we'll demote you to racing balls. Who knows? But anyway, race strategy is a one-stop. I think I'm going to try the hards. This sort of kind of worked in Australia until it didn't. There was a safety car, if you remember rightly, and I finished P3. This tyre wear was okay there. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to work here, but we'll have to wait and see. There's always a chance to overcut 2 onto the soft tyres if it was going poorly. So, yes, all 5 red lights then for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix here at Jeddah, and lights are out and away we go. Yeah, it's a much better start than the racing balls, the left-hand side. Can I cut to the inside here to get down the inside? Alonso go down the inside, about 4 or 5 cars there. Up to P13 around the outside of a teammate at turn 1-2. Why not? As well. Is there space on the left? Can I cut to the racing line? Yes, I can. That is a beautiful start. It's not, it's not always what's the word, textbook, because I'd love to be obviously starting in the top 10, being around the top 10, but what happened to Sainz is in the middle between himself and Hulkenberg. I think that is on the right hand side, and obviously Sainz is able to get past Hulkenberg. Hopefully he is actually able to get past Hulkenberg. How's the inside? Don't go too wide through there, Carlos, but Sainz has got the manoeuvre done and he's up another position. Meanwhile, off the front, Charles Leclerc leads ahead of George Russell. It's not too bad for the championship, if we want to fight this championship, because Leclerc and Russell aren't the championship leaders as well. And that is Hamilton challenging Esteban Ocon. And we know how speedy the Ferrari-powered cars were in Suzuka, and how just, Hamilton was flying by every time. So they have a very good engine. I'm going to set it down the inside of Yuki Tsunoda. Can I get Alex Albon? No, a little bit too wide there. But this is a textbook manoeuvre down the inside here. You can get people on the exit because of F125. Then it's a slow speed corner, and I have woeful traction there, but I got a little bit on the exit. So instead, it's another textbook manoeuvre down the inside the final corner. And up to P9, ladies and gentlemen. I'm making fantastic progress. Up 10 positions in 2 laps. Lovely. Absolutely, simply lovely, as Verstappen would call it. Yes, I'm hoping to make this work. And maybe the hards are better than the mediums at this point in the race. Who knows? But that is Oscar Piastri. Huge plumes of smoke coming out the back of his Mercedes-powered McLaren. And that's going to be P8, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. I'm sure McLaren will not be happy with that as well. Albon, has he lost his bit of his front wing there? I think he has. So I will try and drop him through the first section. Actually, fact, I've already gained half a second through the first couple of corners.
Nothing to see.
As we have a look at my teammate, who's in a battle with Tsunoda. Can Tsunoda get in front of Albon? Obviously, Albon is slowing everyone up. He's got the Mercedes power unit, which isn't fast as the Ferrari power unit, but Albon is able to carry on. The people I'm more interested in, you can see me in the background there. This is Ocon versus Gasly. Of course, they had to sit next to each other in the football, but Ocon is in front of his ex-teammate in the Renault as well. And what on earth is going on here? It looks like Albon's decided to cause a bit of carnage. Hulkenberg has come through. He's got past Sainz again, and now he's going to get past Tsunoda as well, and he will get past. Both of them will get past Albon as well. Meanwhile, at the end of my stint, I finally caught up to Gasly. So Gasly sort of dropped off from Ocon. He's lost DRS to his ex-teammate and the man he had to sit next to in the PSG Liverpool game a few days ago. I'm coming into the pits at the end of this lap. I think the hards have done enough. 26%, 30% on the rear right as well. Nothing to see there. As we come into the pits then, hoping for a good stop here at the start of the pit lane, unlike the end of the pit lane in Suzuka. 2.4 seconds, that's about standard as well. Going to go through Nico Hulkenberg, nothing to do there. And goes through Pierre Gasly. And I've jumped Gasly through the pit stop, so that does definitely is very good. And now I'm on the better tyres, the mediums. I've got more grip. I need to make the most of it while I can before the halves become better tyre. Up through Ocon, past Ocon, up to P5, because Hamilton, we've all overcut. Not Gasly, but myself and Ocon have both overcut Lewis Hamilton, so he will not be happy, but he will have fresher tyres towards the end of this race. We know how fast that Ferrari power car is, as of course it is in the back of the Haas too, as well. I'm keeping an eye on the tyre wear too as well, but look at that, you know, that's what I'm trying to come up against, as well as Leclerc is absolutely flying out front in his Ferrari car, the monster. I'm gonna have DRS here, so the Haas is not as good as a straight line as the Ferrari is, and that's purely because of these aero sashi side of things. It doesn't have, although it's got a fast engine, the sashi that lets it down and doesn't have quite enough spot speed, but that's not going to matter anyway because Hamilton's got his way through on Ocon. Yeah, and at this point I'm thinking I need to save battery, so I'm going to go into none into the first sector as well. Up at the front, Leclerc's still way out in front. Now it is Lando Norris though, who's in P2, so he will take the championship lead as it stands. It finishes like this. George Russell down to P3 as well. Again, Hamilton going past. Can I get down the inside? This is crucial as well. And again, a little bit twitchy there. The tyre wear starting to kick in. Now, have I got DRS here? No, Hamilton's got DRS. I need to get past here. Must get past. I cannot allow Hamilton to waltz away through the first sector. Round the outside, I'll turn the inside of turn 2. Lovely stuff. Keeping that position for now. Next up, on lap 15, Hamilton squeezing into the outside here as well, and using a bit more battery to keep him behind this time than they did on the previous lap. And I'm able to get that exit out the final corner. As well, Ocon's fallen asleep behind me as Hamilton's having a go. Is not going to be able to make it there, but Gasly is caught up on lapping and has got the move done. A fantastic move, the carousel. I've done that manoeuvre in previous years, but not on this game. As well as the AI seems to have a bit more speed through fast corners. Again, tyre banging there with Hamilton as well. This is what happened on board with Hamilton. I forced him to the outside. A bit of tyre bang. I didn't mean to tyre bang. I wanted to push him to the wall, make him have an ideal exit out the final corner as well. You know, so that I can then accelerate away the best. But approach then the final lap. I'm hoping to hold on. This would be a fantastic result for P5 and surely avoid me being fired. And I've defended against Hamilton, and now look at Gasly go. Sainz has come here to join the party too, so you know there is race pace in this Red Bull. We may not have the qualifying pace, but there's definitely race pace, and Gasly's got in front of Hamilton. Unfortunately, Sainz is not able to get in front of Ocon, so a little bit more work to do, but it is going to, both of us are going to be in the points, and that's going to be crucial because it could be then that every little helps in terms of getting as many points now to limit the damage for later down the line, hopefully when we're a bit more dominant and get those 1-2. But I will definitely take P5. Hopefully that's enough to stop me being fired as well. And I can confirm to you, after the race, there was no mention of me getting fired. You know, yes, I know I got improved qualifying. The pace, I was faster than Sainz's fastest lap. Obviously, we're not very good in a straight line, so we need to work on that for sure. We need to reduce the amount of drag. We need to increase the top speed on this car. That's going to come with helps of engine upgrades, sashi upgrades, aero upgrades. All going to help reduce that. 25 points back. I know what you're thinking, it might be game over, but I have come from 40 points back once to be almost win the championship, so I'm not going to count it out. It is very early days, but it is a race win behind Norris. Norris needs to be, if he needs to have a shock, or he needs to have a DNF like Piastri. If he can do that in the next Grand Prix, then that will be very helpful. That will help close the gap because it's only then 11 points to Leclerc. So you know, that's just something to think about. In terms of the constructors, we're 23 points back by McLaren, so not the end of the world, but we do probably need a 1-2 at some point, and then need to have a stinker race, really. So, you know, it's not the end of the world, but P5 is definitely a damage limitation after woeful qualifying. Really, really poor qualifying. Norris hasn't won a race yet, though. That's why we've had 3 different winners in the first 3 races. Is he going to finish second again at Imola? We'll have to wait and see. That episode will be out next week, as hopefully will also be Monaco too, where I think that's probably the earliest chance we've got a chance of winning the race. You know, the AI are very poor at Monaco, especially through the final 2 corners. You know, you can gain 6/10 of a second. You can also corner cut the Noble Chicane as well, better than the AI. So there's definitely time against the AI, and I'd probably be putting the AI up to try and counteract that. Well, it's probably not going to be enough. Even when I think the last time in season 1, you know, I finished second in the Williams, and I think I remember rightly I had it on 98 AI when you compared to 92 in this race. So yes, just something to think about there. But I'm going to leave it there. If you have enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and you see plenty more F125 driver equipment videos and F126 DLC, fancy liveries and game experiments as and when they come out. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.